Hey everyone, welcome back to the Horror Archive. Today, I have a chilling tale for you, straight from the depths of Reddit. This story is a reminder that sometimes the scariest encounters happen right at home. So, grab a blanket, turn off the lights, and let's dive into the mysterious visitor. It was a rainy Thursday night when I first noticed something strange. I live alone in a small apartment on the outskirts of town, and I had just settled down for the evening, ready to binge-watch some shows and enjoy the comforting sound of rain against my window. As I flipped through the channels, a sudden knock echoed through the apartment. I froze, my heart racing. I wasn't expecting anyone. After a moment of hesitation, I decided to check the peephole. Through the small lens, I saw a figure standing in the dimly lit hallway. It was a woman, drenched from the rain, with long dark hair clinging to her face. She looked disheveled and anxious. I didn't recognize her, and I felt a wave of unease wash over me. Still, I wanted to be kind. Maybe she needed help. I opened the door just a crack, keeping the chain on. "Can I help you?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. She looked up at me, her eyes wide and pleading. "Please, I need to come in. I'm being followed." I hesitated, unsure if I should let a stranger inside. "Where do you live?" I asked. "Just down the street," she said, glancing nervously over her shoulder. "I swear, they're after me." At that moment, a shiver ran down my spine. I couldn't see anyone else in the hallway, but something about her demeanor felt off. I looked into her eyes and saw genuine fear, but also something else, something unsettling. I gently closed the door a bit more. "I can't let you in, but I can call the police if you'd like. Please, just for a moment. I promise I'll explain everything," she pleaded. Against my better judgment, I relented and opened the door wider, unchaining it. As soon as she stepped inside, the atmosphere shifted. The air felt heavy, charged with an unexplainable tension. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice shaky. I didn't know where else to go. I offered her a towel, and as she dried her hair, I asked, "What happened? Who's following you?" She took a deep breath, visibly trying to compose herself. "I don't know how to explain this, but I've been seeing things. Shadows, people lurking. They watch me, but when I turn around, there's no one there." I nodded, trying to remain calm. I was about to suggest she might be hallucinating or suffering from a mental health issue when the lights flickered, plunging the room into darkness for a brief moment. I felt my heart drop. "Did you see that?" I whispered. The woman nodded, her face pale. "They're here." Suddenly, the sound of soft scratching came from the front door. My heart raced, and I glanced at her, her eyes wide with terror. I approached the door cautiously, my hand trembling as I reached for the handle. I peered through the peephole again, and what I saw made my blood run cold. There were shadows shifting in the hallway, dark figures moving as if they were dancing, whispering secrets I couldn't understand. I stumbled back, panic rising in my chest. "We need to get out of here," I stammered. Before I could move, the woman grabbed my arm tightly. "No, you can't open that door. They'll get you." Just then, a loud bang echoed through the apartment, making us both jump. I turned towards the sound, my heart racing, as the lights flickered back on, revealing nothing but an empty hallway. "Let's just stay calm," I said, trying to reassure both of us. "We can call for help." As I reached for my phone, I realized the woman was staring at the door, her expression frozen in fear. "It's too late," she whispered, her voice trembling. Before I could ask what she meant, the door handle rattled violently, as if something was trying to force its way in. I felt the cold grip of terror clutch at my throat. In a sudden moment of clarity, I realized that the woman wasn't just a victim. She was part of this nightmare. Her eyes, wide with fear, turned dark and hollow. "Help me," she said, her voice dripping with something sinister. I turned and ran toward the back of the apartment, desperate to escape the impending dread. But as I looked back, the woman was no longer there. Only shadows danced where she had stood moments before. Panicking, I grabbed my keys and bolted out the back door, racing into the rain-soaked night. As I glanced back, I saw her standing in the doorway, her form flickering like a bad signal, merging with the darkness. I ran until my lungs burned, but I could still feel the weight of those eyes watching me, following me. I never returned to that apartment. Friends thought I was crazy when I told them what happened, but I know what I saw. Sometimes, the scariest things aren't just in our minds. They linger right at our doorstep, waiting for the perfect moment to step inside. So, if you ever hear a knock at night, think twice before opening the door. You never know who or what might be standing on the other side. Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What would you have done in my place? Until next time, stay safe, and remember, not all visitors come with good intentions.